love a crown, don't we? I just filmed the New Year's Eve ritual for my group mentorship program, the Portal, 6 or 12 month group mentorship program. And the goddess of me showed up to do so, crown and all. We will worship everything other than what is sacred and divine to us. And then we have to look at, what do we actually hold sacred? Are you holding your obsessing, ruminating, overthinking, judging, worrying, gripping tight, control, holding on as sacred? Are you worshiping that? Or are you worshiping your power, your ability to hold the unknown, your ability to trust in the unseen? Your manifestations cannot come through if you're fixating on what is happening in the material world, because your manifestations exist in the 5D. In order for them to show up in the 3D, you have to feel safe, to trust in them, to have faith in their arrival. So are you having faith in fear, or are you having faith in the unknown? And here's the thing. You have to feel good no matter what is happening in your life. The access point to transformation is acceptance of what is right now and allowing your life to unfold without needing or grasping onto anything. Isn't that a massive mind fuck? Hello, welcome to Yarok Academy of Healing, Expanding, Spiritually Transforming, and Mastering Energetics. I am your host, Yarok. This is my cat Aslan, who I just hit in the face with my little wing from my kimono. And we are here to guide you to a new way of being in the world, to a nervous system that feels like it's dripping with the juiciest of gold. So, hello, welcome. How able are you to shift out of your wounded ways of being? You're obsessing, overthinking, ruminating, gripping tight, holding on. And I can tell you, when I work with my clients and I'm like, you have to feel safe to let go of this belief, of this way of being. They often want to be like, but what if, but da da da, but they did this, da 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 da. Do you feel that grip in that like tension? Until you can soften that, bring compassion to the wounded part of you that is perceiving things a certain way, because your perceptions are simply perceptions. You perceive someone did something to you, right? Like, he didn't text me back, and so he did this thing to me. It could mean nothing that you are perceiving it means. And when you're perceiving it means that, when you're proven right, you actually feel validated, which feels addicting to your nervous system. And so you almost would rather be right than let go of that attachment and allow for something new to blossom, something new to unfold, something new to come alive. And so we have to really be honest about, what am I holding sacred? What am I fixating on? And am I willing to release my attachment to these old ways of relating so that I can allow something new to blossom? And when I say something new, I start with feeling how you want to feel. I had OCD and anxiety for years. And I knew I was going to heal it holistically. I was dedicated and I was devoted to doing that. As I have evolved in my life, I no longer have OCD. I no longer have anxiety. I have stopped ruminating, seeking, saving, overthinking, judging, all of these ways that I had sought safety through my nervous system that felt very safe for my mind to fixate on these things. I had to feel safe to really get into my body, to let my mind calm and clear so that I really have no thoughts. A lot of the time, it's really accessing my body, and then divine downloads are coming through me. And then I'm able to take action on those and to surrender into a state of feeling safe in the unknown. And this took me having the courage to allow my nervous system to feel like it's dripping in gold, to heal and attune to my inner child, and to shift out of wounded ways of relating, not needing to be right all the time, and coming to the understanding of, the more I know, the less I know. The more I know, the less I know. Like, I really know nothing. It could be like, oh, I'm meant to learn this right now, or I'm meant to learn that. You literally have no idea. So, what are you making sacred in your life? Are you making worry, gossip, chaos, obsessing, fear? Are you making that sacred? Are you worshiping that? Or are you worshiping faith, anchoring into your power, rituals that allow you to create magic? And when I say rituals, it could be anything. It could be your meditation practice, your chanting practice, your yoga practice, your workout, your dancing. Like, what are you making sacred? What is a ritual for you that is allowing you to then create new in your life? Something that moves energy through your body, something that that is imbued with the codes of transformation. Like, what are you making a ritual? Is because when I had OCD, I had all these nonsensical rituals of like lining up my bobby pins and closing my makeup case a certain way and turning the dial a certain way and turning on and off the lights a certain way. I think I was just craving ritual. I was craving the spiritual. I was craving the sacred. I didn't know this. This isn't something that was conscious for me, but my unconscious and my soul was seeking ritual. It was seeking groundedness, power, anchoring in. It's making me teary. Having the ability to channel my energy, to master myself and master my energetics, but we aren't guided to that in this world. We are actually taught to worry, taught to fear, taught to worship something outside of ourselves. Maybe it's Big Daddy in the sky. Maybe it's having the right plan or having the right partnership or having the kids and the job and the things you're supposed to want, quote unquote. We're not taught how to anchor into our unique energetic vibration, to hone our energy, to channel energy, to access our power and our potency and our magnetism, and to feel safe, to allow for the creation of our life and all of the magic to unfold. And because we're not taught how to do that, we don't know how, and then we just bleed out our energy and leak our energy through wounded ways of relating or controlling ways of relating or judging ways of relating or fearful ways of relating, instead of feeling safe to anchor in and know that we are divinely guided, divinely supported in all moments, and feel safe to take the action to create lives that feel how we want them to feel. And this starts with having a nervous system that feels like it's dripping in gold and being mentored and guided to see your blind spots, to see beyond what is conscious to you, because your unconscious will control your life until you start to become conscious to it. And so your consciousness has to be bigger than your defenses, bigger than your unconscious. Like, you have to bring the unconscious into consciousness, feel safe to stop yourself, to anchor into a new relating, and then to show up differently. This is how you embody new way of being. This is how you transform your devotion to worry into devotion to self, to mastery, to mastering your energetics, to power. It is an art form. And it is one I guide you to in every program that I have. And right now I have the You're Okay Way Mystery School, which has one spot left. And we have the Portal, which is my 6 or 12-month group mentorship program, which is such a potent and powerful offer for the level of investment. When you join the You're Okay Way Mystery School, you receive the Portal also. So you get all of the things. Only one spot left there. So if you're interested in either of those, check out the link in my bio on Instagram, make a comment, ask me questions. These programs will transform your way of being in the world. Like, we are wired for scarcity, contraction, survival. Our traumas coded into our nervous system, and then we show up through seeking safety, through how we perceive safety, and it's a perceived sense of safety rather than a true authentic internal safety that then allows you to create magic, like true magic in your life, to trust your journey, to fall in love with your journey, to be lit up and connected and joyful and free. So I ask you to really sit with, what am I in devotion to? My fear, my scarcity, my trauma? Or am I in devotion to connection, to eros, to love, to heart opening, to joy, to magnetism, to embodying my power and my unique energetic vibration?